welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Rye and this is Rye's Reading Corner. And today I might be doing my biggest haul to date. And hello, I'm Rye and this is Rye's Reading Corner. If this is the first time you are seeing my face, or if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do so. It's super easy and it really helps my channel grow. So as you could tell by my thumbnail as well as my little introduction, today we are doing a massive book haul. So I had intentions of filming one at the beginning of January and then probably one in February, but everyone in my household got COVID and things have been a little crazy. So today I finally feel pretty good to get up, kind of moving, put a little bit of makeup on, and show you all these amazing books that I've hauled in December for Christmas and the beginning of January. So I won't lie, I have done some damage, but a lot of these were through gift cards or the Barnes & Noble gift card. And yeah, so I really love collecting books. So yeah, so I literally have this huge pile over here and then piles separated all around me. This is going to be just pretty much broken up into things that were gifted to me, ones I've bought, book boxes, and then some from Pangobooks, because I've really have become addicted to Pangobooks, which is like a used book website that I sell and buy books off of. It's awesome. So I think we're gonna start first with my gifted books. So this first one is not specifically a book, but my husband for Christmas got me my own free little library charter. So I will be having my own free little library in front of our house. We're gonna build it in the spring, do it like a little project, and yes, I'm super excited for that one and to kind of take that journey, and I'll probably vlog me building that and all of that. So that was my first big gift. So my next gift was from my parents, and it's Well Matched by Jen DeLuca. This is an adult romance series. It is the third one in the trilogy. The first one follows like a Renaissance fair. I don't know if all of them kind of follow this fair thing, but yeah, I'm super excited, and you'll see the other books later in this haul as well, but I absolutely love these covers, and I know Kirsten from Kirsten's Corner really loves this series, so I'm excited to dive into that one. All right, the next one I have hauled is Death Rang the Bell by Carol Pollitt, and this is a Blackwell and Watson time travel mystery. This is from my parents as well as an indie published book and it has to do with something about Halloween, which is my favorite time of the year. And this is actually, we're able to get it signed and also dedicated or like written to me as well. This is a local author, which is even cooler. I love supporting local authors. And yeah, so it's a mystery Halloween story signed and to me. All right, the next one I got for Christmas from my family is Written in the Stars by Alexandria Bellafleur. This is a sapphic romance. I don't know anything much about it. That's about it, but I know it's sapphic, and there's other books that recently have come out by this author. I don't know if they're in the same like universe with similar characters, but I would like to read those as well, but I want to get this one read first. I know Chelsea from Chelsea Zhao really loved this book, so I'm super excited to dive into this one and see what this beautiful sapphic romance has in store for me. All right, the next one I hauled is from Manda from Ginger Stamp Tree. It's one of my friends on here that I've literally known since our channels were like baby channels, and this is The Diary of Blood by S.T. Gibson. This is like a queer Dracula retelling. That's all I know. I know people have been raving about this. It was on a lot of people's top books of 2021. I feel like it was like came in and like took over really quickly, and so I'm super excited to read this one. It's a nice short read, so which is like perfect when I need kind of that short in between thing. But yeah, a queer Dracula retelling. That's all I need to know. All right, the next one is a gift I got from my husband. We do Secret Santa on Christmas Eve with my family, and he's pulled my name. So one of the gifts he got me is Santa's Sweetheart by Janet Daly. It's a Christmas romance. That's all I really know, and I'm super excited. I really was into Christmas romances this past November, December, so I'll definitely be holding on till then. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this one. All right, the next one is another gift I got from Chelsea Zhao for Christmas, so thank you so much. And this is Christina Lauren's The Soulmate Equation, and this is their newest ones. It was released in 2021. It has to do something about like you have like DNA, you get matched with your like supposed to be like the perfect soulmate based on like DNA matching, and then someone gets a match that's like 98%, which is like unheard of. And yeah, that's all I know. I'm going to try not to go into too much detail because I have so many books, but I am super excited to read more of Kirsten. I love the Anna Holidays, and I liked, what's the other one that I can't even think of? The one with the yellow cover. I'll put a picture here. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah, but I'm excited to read this one. All right, the next one is from Michelle Reads YA, and this is The Deal by L. Kennedy. This is the first book in the Off Campus series, another indie published book. I've really been getting into indie published romances, dark romances. You'll see a trend going on eventually into my recent reads. That's what I've been kind of into. I don't know too much about this. I just know that like Manda from Snap Reads and Lochlyn love this book. So I'm super excited to get into this one. And again, indie published. Love it. Support it. All for it. All right, the next book I got is from a random person. I don't know who it was from, so thank you so much. They just said from a fellow bibliophile. So thank you if you gave this to me. And this is Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. I absolutely love this cover so much. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know too much about this. Just that it's absolutely amazing and it's probably going to make me cry. I absolutely love Colleen Hoover, so I can't wait to read more of her books in 2022. All right, so the next book is one book that you're going to see multiple editions of. Let me know down in the comments below if you like to get as many copies of a book that you think or know that you're going to like. So this author wrote These Coven Won't Break and These Witches Don't Burn or Won't Burn. Isabella Sterling, she's a local author to me, which I even adore even more. And this is The Coldest Touch, but again, like I said, by Isabella Sterling. Again, I'm reading this one, and this is the signed edition Barnes & Noble one. I got this from my parents for Christmas. This is a YA sapphic vampire romance with a girl that can see how people die. So, I mean, that's all you've got to know, and this cover is literally absolutely phenomenal. All right, so the next books are the books that I've gotten in book boxes. So the first one I got is 11 Other Disasters by Anita Kelly. This is a adult romance, and it is a cooking romance where we have a character, I think London, and they are the first non-binary contestant on national television. And yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's going to be super queer, and that's all I can ask for, and I'm really excited. I love this cover. All right, the next one is a thriller, and this is A Flicker in the Dark by Stacey Willingham. Again, another book of the month. I've heard some really good things about this so far. Someone goes missing, and that's all I know. And I think things start coming back up from the past. And yeah, sounds really good. And the next one is A History of Wild Places by Shay Earnshaw. I've heard so many good things about this one recently. This is Shay Earnshaw's first dabble into adult. I've read their YA. I loved the plotline, but it was like a 3-star read for me, the one I read by this author. But I'm super excited. This is speculative fiction, and I think it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous, and I love the cover on this one, so super excited for that one. The next one I've heard some mixed things about, but it was from Book of the Month, where you get to pick like one of their finalist books, and I've had a lot of them, but so I picked up this one, The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I don't know too much about this. I know it is some more of a historical fiction, so I'm hoping that I do like historical fiction, so that's a good sign for me. And this cover is absolutely gorgeous, so I definitely had to pick this one up. All right, the next book's one is A Curse in Ash by Julia Zantopoulos. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce the last name. I apologize. This is a witchy, something to do with fae, maybe? Fantasy. I don't know. It looks really cool. I really like this cover. I think it's super eye-catching, and this is something that I would have piqued my interest even if it was not in a book box, so I am really excited about that. Next one, I can't think of the name. I don't know where the book is, but I'll put a picture here. It is a vampire romance story. I've heard some mixed things about it, but I am really excited to give it a chance because I do love some fantasy romance. Give me some vampires. I'm all for it, but yeah, I'm super excited. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll pop it right in here. So the next ones are ones that I've hauled from some little free libraries. I don't even know how many books I'm at right now. I am not going to count until I probably pick my thumbnail, so I'm kind of nervous. All right, the next one is an ARC that I found at a little free library, and it is Sleeping Giants by Sylvia Neuville. This is a science fiction book that I've heard nothing but amazing things for, and when I saw that this was an ARC, I was like, absolutely, grab me this. I hope I really like it. But again, if I don't, then I will maybe donate it to someone who really loves this book and really wants the ARC of it for their collection, and I'll go from there. All right, the next one I've hauled from a little free library is Sarah Morgan, The Christmas Sisters. This is a romance story. It looked kind of good, and again, I'll probably be saving this for the Christmas time. It is a mass paperback, but I really do like that cover, so I'm really excited to read that one. All right, the next one one I could not find. I got this from my favorite free little library that I always talk about, and it's Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. This book is massive, and when I saw it in there, I started freaking out. This has been a book that I feel like so many people have talked about in 2021. I really wanted to try it, but it was expensive for me to try a book that I wasn't sure I was going to like. But once I saw it in a little free library, I was like, I cannot pass that up. So I don't know too much about it. I just know that it's like historical fiction based. So yeah. Super excited and cannot believe I found that at a little free library. Okay, so the next ones are books that I got from Pangobooks, and like I said, this is like a used bookstore app or website that I've absolutely fallen in love with. So the first one I got from there is Afterlove by Tanya Bryn. This is the Fairy Loot edition, like brand new. Pink. This is a sapphic romance about a girl who I think is in like a car accident, and then she gets an invitation to join the afterlife with an elite group of girls that are reapers. And yeah, I think it's gonna be really exciting, and this cover is just absolutely phenomenal in this. I love Whisper Ages, and it's literally brand. I don't even think anyone ever read it, so super excited that Grayson's grabbing my books. That's why I'm like getting over there. All right, the next one is Lucky Caller by Emma Mills. This is a contemporary romance. I believe it's YA. Michelle from Michelle Reads YA just actually had this book in her top books of 2021, so I'm super excited. I think it will be a good book to kind of throw in after like some heavy books and I want to read something light and contemporary. I think this is what I'm going to gravitate towards, and I absolutely love the background of this. I think that's super pretty, so I'm definitely super excited for this one. The next one I got from Pangobooks is The Hollow Places by T. Kingfisher. I believe this is more of like a portal fantasy. I heard people talk about this a lot when I first started on BookTube. Again, it's like imperfect, absolutely perfect, amazing shape, and I don't know anything else about it. All right, the next book is a book that I've really been wanting to read for a super long time, and then when I saw it on there, I had to grab it, and this is Starfish by Kini Dawn Beaumont. I apologize if I said that name wrong, and that's all I know about it. I honestly don't know anything about this. I just know the cover is absolutely gorgeous. It has won an award. It was a finalist, and I've heard people just rave about this book, so I'm super excited to be adding this one to my collection. All right, the next one I could not believe I found on Pangobooks. I've wanted this book for so long, and I can't buy it in the States. I've not been able to find it, and it's Me, My Dad, and the End of the Rainbow by Benjamin Dean. I'm so excited. This is a queer middle grade book where a young boy finds something, I think in his, like, he hears his dad's secret plans, and I think they're going something to do with Pride Day or Pride Festival, and him and his friends sneak and go there as well, and I'm just so excited. The cover is absolutely gorgeous, and I've heard no one see anything bad about this book, so I'm super excited to dive into this one very, very soon. The next one is a book that, like I said, you've already seen me haul, but I saw the Fairy Loot edition of this one, and it's so funny, the contrast in covers on this one. And again, it's The Coldest Touch by Isabel Sterling. This is the one that was in the Fairy Loot edition. This is the UK cover, which is totally gives me like 80 vibes, like Saved by the Bell, but this book does not take place in the 80s. But look at the drastic difference in this cover. Like, that's crazy. But I just wanted to have it in my collection. Like I said, I really like this author, and I just want all of these books. So yeah, I think it's just one that is just so different, and like that gives me this book. If you look at these, I get two completely different vibes about this book, so I think that's really funny. But yeah, I am excited to add this one to my collection as well. And also, I have it, it's already put in my shelves. Don't feel like taking it out because it's all at the bottom, but I did get from their Heartstopper Volume 4. I actually was able to get it there before it was released in the United States, and this again follows Charlie and Nick on their journey, and by Ellis Osman. Super amazing, absolutely love it. So yeah, that's on the bottom as well. All right, so now we're gonna move to the books that I've bought myself. A lot of these books were either when Barnes & Noble had their huge sale when it was like hardbacks were all 50% off, and a lot of these I did get with some gift cards that I got from Christmas from my in-laws. So let's get started. All right, the first one is Merry Inkmas by Talia Hibbert. I love Talia Hibbert. Talia Hibbert wrote the Brown Sisters trilogy. This is an indie published book, but she just released this new cover for it, which was absolutely gorgeous. So we have this main girl, Bailey, who works at like this coffee shop, and we have our other main character, I can't think of his name, Cash Evans, and he's kind of been like eyeing her, and she suddenly loses her job at the coffee shop after, or she quits because she stands up for a customer that was in there, and so Cash gives her a job at his tattoo parlor, and it kind of just goes from there. And I love this. It was so cute, and you know, had a little spice in it, and this cover is just absolutely gorgeous, and I'm so glad that I picked this up, read it, devoured it super quick. Okay, I apologize if the camera angle has changed. Okay, the next one is The Wild Ones by Naziva Azad. This is, I think this is like a speculative fiction, slight magic type magical realism. I saw this Books and Lala talked about it, and the cover is literally gorgeous. I've had my eye on this for quite some time, and I know nothing about it. This was kind of an impulse buy, cover buy, whatever you want to call it, but yeah, super gorgeous. All right, the next one I bought from my local bookstore, and so over the summer I found at my local bookstore the sprayed edges of Crooked Kingdom, and I went there to pick up another book, which I'll show in a little bit, and I found this, The Six of Crows, and this is the sprayed edition as well. So I have these now to match about them, which if you don't know, this is my favorite book of 2021, the duology, one of my favorite books of all time, and I have multiple editions of them, so I was super excited when I saw that to add that one to my collection. All right, the next one is Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shani McGuire. This is the newest installment, the 7th one of the Wayward Children series. This one's back at the home for wayward children, and we're following Cora, who was, as we first got or introduced to her beneath the Sugar Sky, and so we are following her in this one. Really good. I already read it. So, all right, the next one I have bought is The Ballerinas by Rachel Catherine Vale. This is a thriller that takes place something with ballerinas, and I was a ballerina for many, many years, so that's what caught my eye about this book. For one, the cover is absolutely stunning, absolutely gorgeous, and I don't know anything else about it, but that's how I like going into my thrillers. I don't want to know anything about it because then it could potentially spoil something. So yeah, super excited to get to this one and maybe like the spooky season. Okay, so these were in the wrong section. The next two books were part of my Pangobooks, and my first one I have is Hot Dog Girl by Jennifer Dugan. I don't know too much about this book, but I am super excited to dive into Jennifer Dugan's. I know that Jennifer Dugan's books are queer, so I'm super excited, and this cover just literally cracks me up every time I look at it, and I love all the pastel-y colors, so it's super exciting. And the next one I got from there is also Well Played by Jen DeLuca. This is the second one in the Well Met series. Again, I got this one literally brand new from what's what I'm looking for, from Pangobooks, so super excited to get to these ones as soon as possible. All right, the next book is a book that I got because, for one, I was really interested in it, and two, Bree from Four Paws in a Book recommended it to me in my Booktuber Chooses My 2022 TBR challenge that I did, and this is The Darkness Outside Us by Elliot Sheffer. This is a sci-fi queer romance book, something along those lines, and it sounds really good. I really want to try and get into a little bit more sci-fi this year in 2022, so I feel like this is the push I need. It's YA and it's queer, so it has a lot of things that I'm already interested in, and look how gorgeous this is naked. I love this side on there. So yeah, I'm super excited to read this one, and I'm loving these like kind of like these same similar color schemes. It's gonna look so nice on my bookshelf. All right, the next one is again The Coldest Touch by Isabella Sterling. This edition I have signed and dedicated to me. Super cute. It has like this little vampire she drew with like blood. I'm super excited. This copy I will not be reading because this one is signed to me. This is the one that I got at my local bookstore, and she did some like, you could pre-order and you could either have it just signed to you or you could pay for her to write your name. So this one will just stay on my shelf back here, and I'm reading like the one that's just signed by her. That's the copy that I will be reading. So yeah, super in love with that one. The next one is one of those books that I got at Barnes & Noble's 50% off, and it is The Book Smugglers by Anna James. This is the newest installment in the Pages & Co. series, where the young characters here are a book wanderers, and they can go into books. They literally live every bookish person's dream. I'm super excited to get one. Look at these end papers though. They're absolutely gorgeous. I'm so in love with this one. The only thing is I do have the other ones in paperback, so eventually I would like to get them, I think, all in paperback. Like, look at this. Because I do love this series so much, and I absolutely love the covers on them. So yeah, I'm super excited to add this one to my collection and continue. And this one, I believe, follows The Wizard of Oz, which I'm really excited for. All right, the next one is a YA fantasy that I picked up in that Barnes & Noble sale, and that is Blood Like Magic by Leslie Sambury. This is not a thing I really know about. I don't know about it. I just think the cover is absolutely gorgeous, and it has to do with witchcraft, it says, and I love anything that has to do with witchcraft. Like, that is the biggest buzzword for me when it comes to books that queer, fantasy, fae, like, sign me up. And again, absolutely gorgeous. So excited to get to that. All right, another one, and I do have a vlog where I went shopping for these books, so I will put in the cards above. But I got 10 Truths in a Dare by Ashley Elson. This is a YA contemporary. This is the follow-up novel to 10 Blind Dates, which I absolutely love. I read it in December. This one follows either I think it's a cousin, and she's getting ready to graduate, but she finds out that she's failed golf class or like gym class or something to do with golf, and she's trying to hide it from her mom. And yeah, so I'm really excited. I know Michelle from Reads YA loved this book. Kirsten from Kirsten's Corners absolutely love it, and this purple color is bluish purple, is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm super excited to read this one again. A nice little light romance, which sometimes you just need after some of these big fantasies that I tend to read. All right, the next one is Gilded by Marissa Meyer. This is a retelling, I think, of Rumpelstiltskin. I'm really excited for this one, but Steph from Steph Loves did not like this book, and DNF'd it actually, but the hardback is so pretty, and it has like embossed like the crown. I don't know much about it. I'm just excited, but a little nervous now since Steph did DNF it, but I'm excited for it nonetheless, and hope that it is good, especially since I obviously purchased it. All right, the next one is The Language of Thorns, Midnight Tales, and Dangerous Magic by Leigh Bardugo. This will go beautiful on my shelf of all of my Leigh Bardugo things. This one I'll probably actually put right on there because it's just so gorgeous. This I got in that 50% off sale. Look at the hardback too. Like, absolutely gorgeous. These are like little stories that they would tell to like the kids, I believe, that like lived in the Grishaverse, and it's all illustrated. It's literally the most gorgeous thing ever, and they're all like little mini short stories, so it's probably something that I'll read over the course of the time. But honestly, I got it more for the aesthetic because I think it's just gonna look really pretty on my Grishaverse shelf. So super excited for this one. All right, the next one I hauled is Little Thieves by Margaret Owen. This is, again, I got in that 50% off. This is a retelling. I believe I just heard something about, it's like the goose egg or the girl with the goose egg, something like that. I don't know exactly, but this is by Margaret Owen, which I've never read anything by Margaret Owen, so I am really excited. Again, really pretty hardback, a little embossed in the front, but this cover is just absolutely gorgeous. But this is a really, really big book. It is like just shy of 500 pages, so I'm going to be reading a lot of fantasy in 2022, which I am not too upset about. All right, the next one is Some Girls Do. Again, this is by Jennifer Dugan. I picked this up in a vlog that I never released, so there's that. This, again, is a sapphic romance. That's all I need to know. Casey McQuiston blurbed it, Isabel Sterling, so I don't really need to know anything else more. And again, I'm loving this color schemes, and yeah, queer, YA, romance, sapphic. Again, hits all the buzzwords. All right, the next one is Well Met by Jen DeLuca. So now, again, like I said, I have the complete trilogy of this one, which I'm hoping I like it since I bought all 3 books. This is following the Renaissance Festival, and yeah, adult romance. You can expect it. All right, the next one is Pet by Akawi Amezi. I know I pronounced that. I'm sorry. This is I don't know if it's YA or middle grade, but I know it has tons of rep in it, and something about a artwork that comes back, something with like a monster. I'm not really sure, but it's won so many awards. I'm super excited to read this one. I did get approved for the second book that just came out, and NetGalley. So yeah, I'm gonna be saving this. I think I'm gonna be reading both of these for Blackathon that's taking place in February, hosted by Jessie from Bowties and Books. I will link their channel down below. Go check it out. But I think I'm going to save both of these books for that readathon because these are nice quick reads, and it's kind of like the type of vibe I'm looking for some February. I want to get through a lot of books, and so yeah, I think this is what I'll be reading in February. All right, the next one I have for you is, oh my god, I really screwed this up. This was another Pangobooks one. Wow, I failed in organizing this. But it's Credence by Penelope Douglas. So this is a romance that is, I think, like forbidden romance. It's a chunker. I have not read anything by Penelope Douglas. I have 2 of her books, so I definitely need to dive into them. But I could not pass up an indie published book on Pangobooks because indie books, if you're into romance indie or just any indie books in general, are so expensive to buy, and I love having books on my shelf, obviously. So when I saw that, I knew I had to pick this one up. Again, that was Pangobooks. All right, the next one is The Midnight Girls by Alicia Jasinska. This is a sapphic YA fantasy. That's all I know. And that's all I really want to know because I am super excited. Yeah, I think the cover is really gorgeous too, so sign me up for that one. Like I said, I'm not trying to go into too much information on all of these because this video will be so long. It's already going to be long to begin with. So The next one is Sophie Lark by, this is Brutal Prince. I am obsessed with Sophie Lark. She is a romance writer, indie published, so I am trying to add as many Sophie Lark books I can to my collection because they are expensive. This was my first mafia romance. We have like, yeah, Irish mafia, Italian mafia. Definitely check the trigger warnings for this one. But yeah, so mafia romance, indie published. I mean, look at that cover. So, all right, the next two ones are again by Sophie Lark. These ones I first read on Kindle Unlimited. These are my first Sophie Lark books and had to add them to my collection. And that is There Is No Devil and There Are No Saints. So this is a duology. It is a serial killer romance. And has with an artist, and yeah, serial killer, dark romance, smutty, you know, just living for it. And yeah, so these, I'm obsessed with Sophie Lark, and I just want to dedicate shelves on my bookshelves for Sophie Lark because that's how much I'm in love with her writing. All right, the next one is a book that I feel like so many people have been talking about recently because I forgot which book box, but they just released them in these beautiful copies, so it's been really hyped right now. I feel like tons of people are reading it, and that's Jade City by Fauna Lee. This is an adult fantasy. Look at this. It is a chunker. This is a very political fantasy, which is why I'm a little nervous about it. But I know a lot of people who aren't the biggest fantasy readers tend to like this book as well. So I am excited to get into this one. I don't know too much about it, but I'm excited. I'm nervous, but excited. If anyone wants to buddy read this one, let me know because I feel like I might need a good motivational person to help me read this one. All right, the next one is To Be the Death of Me by Karen McManus. This is her newest YA thriller. I have read all of Karen McManus's books. The last one was quite a disappointment for me, actually. The Cousins. It was on my worst books of 2021, but I am really excited to dive into this one and see what it's about. I mean, they're pretty standard YA thrillers, so I'm not expecting anything amazing, but I am hoping that I enjoy it. My favorite one by her is Two Can Keep a Secret. But yeah, I think this one, I don't know, I think good. All her covers kind of match. They look really nice on my shelf. All right, the next one I would like to haul is Duke Actually by Jenny Holiday. This is an adult romance I unfortunately did not get to this year. I didn't realize this is like a follow-up to another thing. It's like the Holiday Princess or the Christmas Princess, something like that. So I'm hoping to read both of those in 2022. And yeah, you know, just buying books I don't know much about. All right, the next one is The Bridge Kingdom by Danielle Jensen. This is a fantasy romance story. It is on KU, but I think I'm going to love this so much. Manda from Ginger Stamp Reads loved this book, and I feel like our taste a lot of times align, especially with fantasy. So it is indie published, so again, I love to support indie published authors. And yeah, this is again just a YA fantasy. It's all I really know. And it's I think it's YA. I think it's a YA fantasy. Maybe it's adult, but fantasy romance. Sign me up. All right, the next one I got for a gift exchange on a Facebook group that I'm in, and it is Layla by Colleen Hoover. Like I said before earlier in this video, I really want to get more into Colleen Hoover, and I think this is more of like a dark romance, but I don't know anything else about it, but that's gonna be okay. All right, the next one I have is Skin of the Sea by Natasha Bowen. This is like a YA fantasy with like Little Mermaid. And this cover is probably one of the most gorgeous covers of 2022, I think. Literally phenomenal. Again, Manda from Ginger Stamp. I talk about like the same people, I feel like, in every video. Absolutely adored this book, so I take her recommendations with high praise. So I think I'm going to like this one too. We're getting there. We're getting there. The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. This is a adult polar fantasy. I think it has Russian folklore. I'm going to try and read this for Polarathon, which Jade from Jade Reads just announced yesterday from the day I'm filming this. And I know nothing else about it. I just know people absolutely adore this book, and I think I'm going to really like it as well. All right, the next one I have for you all is Storm and Fury by Jennifer L. Armentrout. So this is her YA series. I'm really excited to travel in and see what her YA series is all about. It's paranormal, and yeah, it was bad in the buy one, given 50% off. So it's kind of what drew me to this one. But yeah, I think it's going to be good, and I'm excited to read it. All right, we're almost there. The next one is my first ever Brandon Sanderson book, and this is Skyward, and this is his YA science fiction. And like I said, I want to try and read more YA, and I would like to try and read Brandon Sanderson, so I felt like this would be a good start. If you think I should start with another one of his books, let me know down in the comments below, but I have high hopes for this one, and I know Heather from Bell's Library really liked this one in 2021, so I have hopes. All right, my last one. I'm sure I'm missing some books, let's be honest. No, yeah. No, I have two more. I lied. I have Black Boy Joy by, and this is some short stories celebrating Black boyhood, and it was edited by Kwame Mabali. And this is a book I actually found at Marshall's, and it's stories by like some authors that I really like. Maybe Elston, Dean Atta, George M. Johnson, Jason Reynolds. That's just a few to name. And yeah, I saw this at Marshall's, and I went to Barnes & Noble afterwards, and they were selling it too. So I'm not sure why it was at Barnes & Noble. Must be like a misprint on it, or like something must have been misprinted on maybe one of the pages or something, or a page or something. I don't know. But yeah, I'm super excited to read this collection of short stories. I really want to get more into short story collections, and I just love this cover. It brings me joy. So, which Black Boy Joy is supposed to. All right, and my last one that I got, I actually ordered from Waterstones because I cannot find that. They don't have this book in the United States. And this is Rainbow Gray by Lauren Ellen Anderson. I actually listened to this in audiobook and absolutely adored it. It's a middle grade starring Ray Gray and Weather Magic, and it's literally the cutest thing ever. She has a pet that's a cloud that's like a cat. And yeah, so I couldn't order the one with the special editions from Waterstones. They wouldn't send it, but I do have it online. I have it pre-ordered for the sequel one, so I'm super excited. I'm sure you heard about this, especially a lot. Gavin from Hide Your Gavin is actually like a character in this book. And look at how cute this is. I haven't even opened it up yet, but look at how gorgeous this is. Yeah, I'm super excited, and like I cannot wait to read the sequel. So if you stayed this long, please put a book stack down below because this is an insane amount of books. I'm definitely gonna try and really slow down my book buying in 2022, which hasn't started off great, but a lot of these are from gift cards. I do have some more gift cards to spend once I'm out of quarantine. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what are some books that you've held recently. Also, do you buy multiples of books that you like? I want to know. So if you want to take this crazy journey with me, please make sure you press the subscribe button. If you're my friend on any of my other social media platforms, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter. All the information is linked down below. Stay kind, loves, and I'll see you next time. Bye.